Honorable members, we are now going to consider the Kenya Roads Amendment, number 3, Bill, National Assembly Bill number 34 of 2025.
Clause 3.
Yes, what's your point of order, Honorable Kajwang?
Mr. Chairman, before we begin, I see an error on the order paper, which I am sure was a mistake. You see page 2005.
Yes.
Which refers to the amendments by Honorable Member for Samburu West, Lysoda.
She is not in.
And touching the bill, when you look at it, you would think that once we finish with what is on 2404, we would proceed to look at the clauses that are proposed in clause 2 and so on, just because they attach a similar legislation. I need you to pronounce yourself, Mr. Chair, that let us ignore the page 2405 or delete it, because that has to be very clear from the chair, although it's doubted that the chairman in the committee of the whole house can realter the order paper. But now we are on this business. I think you have a jurisdiction to pronounce yourself that we are not going to look at what is on page 2405 and over the other page, and that we will stop at page 2404. Thank you. Those are two legislations. They are different.
Indeed, I'm informed that the mover is not there, but I don't know whether she is going to move in anytime between now and when we exhaust 2024.
No, notwithstanding, I'm talking about standing orders, notwithstanding the fact that the member is not here. I'm saying as a matter of principle, even if she was here,
yes,
we wouldn't have dealt with it, because I see a mistake which perhaps was done in room 8. And I think I need to clean this as a matter of standing orders. I mean, a matter of the rules, yes, and procedure, that you cannot bring a legislation which is different and ask us on committee of the whole house to consider those in another legislation that we are considering. Because these are two different legislations. They were published differently. Public participation were taken differently. The committees themselves were differently. So as a matter of principle, I just want you to pronounce yourself that these matters, we will not consider them, and the member can appear on a different day and prosecute what it is. But as a matter of principle, I think room 8 was wrong to have listed this on the order paper. That's what I'm pursuing.
Okay, it's noted.
Clause 3.
Honourable members, I propose the question that clause 3 be amended, be part of the bill. Mover? Where is the mover for the roads? Yeah, the mover, proceed, yes.
And in terms of...
move the amendment, yeah.
Honorable Chair, the amendment I thought was being moved by the chairperson.
The chairperson of the transport, you're supposed, Honorable GK. Order, Honorable GK. What happened? You're supposed to move an amendment
to my senior.
Yeah, proceed.
Yes.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 3 be amended as it is in the order paper. And reason being that the national government is charged with the responsibility for standards of public roads for both levels of government. This amendment, Honorable Chair, seeks to create a consultative mechanism between the relevant county government and the Cabinet Secretary when classifying roads and reviewing the classification of roads.
I propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Any debate on that? Yes, Honorable Kanuma.
I concede the amendment is necessary for clarity.
I now put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Will as many of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it again.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Is it amended? Yes. I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Somebody is moving an amendment, is it? On clause 4.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 4 be amended as provided for in the order paper. Honorable Chair, this amendment seeks to ensure that the road is identified by its classification and code. Thank you.
Yes, the Honorable Majority Leader. I want to propose first, yes. I now propose the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed. Yeah, the Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I beg to support this particular amendment, Honorable Chair. This is a very good amendment, Chair, because it is designating the classified roads and ensuring that Kenyans will be able to know, for instance, the expressway is a national government class A road, and it is the national government that is in charge of maintaining that road. So that people stop hiding behind others, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair. Because what is going on around the country today is roads are not being maintained, roads are not being constructed. And you ask an MC, he tells you, oh, that is a national government road. You ask a member of parliament, he says that's a county road. Now it must be clear to Kenyans who is in charge of what road, so that many of the county roads in our constituencies that are not being maintained, that are dilapidated, Kenyans can know it is their governors who are not doing their work. And those that belong to the national government, I can be asked as a member of parliament. Honorable Chair, in my constituency, I have suffered immensely because the county government simply abandoned the construction of roads. And because members of parliament are the ones who are available to their constituents. Governors, you know, are small gods. You can never see them. And even when they visit your constituents, you can never get near them. So it is members of parliament who bear the pain of having to be questioned by the public all the time, even on roads that are under the responsibility of the county governments. So this amendment is ensuring that both levels of government, and I've seen it, and I think the chair must have borrowed it from the Republic of South Africa. I know he has very many investments in that country. So if you go to the city of Cape Town, for instance, you see NG1, that's a national government, or one, the code 1, and that's what they are saying, that classification including a level of government. So a national government road probably could be NG, national government, class A, A1. If it's a county government, ECG, class B or class C or class E, CG, E1, E2. That way Kenyans will be clear who is not doing his work. Because we have two complementary levels of government and each have a responsibility, and each level of government now, under this bill, also have resources to maintain roads. So let us know which level of government is not utilizing their money to maintain their roads. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I completely support this amendment.
Would you wish to say something? Okay, Honorable Kajwang.
You know what they do nowadays in county governments? You do a road, either Kura or Kera does a road, they come to that road and do paperwork and say that they are the ones who did that road. So if you put a code, in fact, we should even go digital and put something which if you get a button somewhere that you cannot be able to get money if you want to do a road which is in the province of other people. But the code is good enough. And we want to know the level of government which is in charge of the maintenance and rehabilitation of those roads. At least in the cities, we are very clear, because this is the source of corruption. Every county government is pitching on things which have been done by Kera, Kora, and doing paperwork and saying that they did those roads. So this is is good send, and I support.
Yes, Honorable Kimani.
So, Honorable Chair, I want to really thank the Chair for Transport for coming these amendments, and I agree with the Honorable Kajwang on his proposal, Honorable Chair. It is actually possible to provide for coordinates for start of the road and to finish, and provide that, especially during a time when you're going for e-procurement, Honorable Chair, to provide for the coordinates of that road that's being done, so that by a click of a button, anywhere I can check this is the road that was done, and for how much and by whom. And Honorable Chair, you will understand, therefore, even the push by governors to stop the issue of e-procurement. And this is one of the reasons. Because some of the roads and some of the infrastructure that have been built by the national government, including by road agencies like Kura and Kera, are being replicated in terms of payment by counties, Honorable Chair. And therefore, I support this particular amendment and say that we should go further to provide for coordinates for this particular road and how much it costs and who did the road, so that we provide all these leakages in terms of public resources. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Yes. Yes, Madam Ayaka.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I also want to add on top that every road must have proper quality work done, because there are some roads we find people repairing, but they're just filling the roads with some dust, soil, scratching. Then after scratching, when the rains come, it's swept. So we don't know what Kura or Kera standards are at. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, Honorable Omanyo, sorry I mentioned Mayaka, and it should be Catherine Omanyo, Member of Parliament for Busia. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 4 be amended. Yes, the Honorable Kaluma.
Yeah, Chair, and I request for the attention.
Order, Majority Leader and Chair of Finance and Chair of Transport.
Of the committee in charge of. Chair, let me thank the Chair of the Departmental Committee in charge of Transport and Infrastructure for the amendment in terms of clause 1A. It makes it clear that there should be signage to make it clear which level of government has dealt with the road. And I will not reiterate those reasons, Chair, because of my other roles. But Chair, I'm worried about B, and I would request for more information.
B what?
The proposed 1A, B. The proposed 1B, 4.1B. That road code. And my worry, Chair, and members, is that if you require prior codes, we may not be able to have these relevant road agencies apply the funds, especially to create emergency roads falling within their mandate, which are new, which are not yet existent and coded. I can give you an example, Chair. When we were honored as Homa Bay to host Madaraka, the visiting head of state said the interest of his country is in beekeeping. And so it is decided she is to visit somewhere where beekeeping is going on, and that place has no road. If you require prior coding, it means that access road cannot be established. There should be a whole kind of issue. We have cases in rural constituencies, Honorable Chair, where, let us assume the head of state is visiting you. It has no access road to that place, be it a place of a funeral, like the one we have. Are we saying even with funds, before there is proper coding, these roads agencies, still being accountable, cannot move and prepare the roads. And I was therefore saying that unless, that part is, well explained, those emergency situations, we may unduly tie the hands of these agencies in terms of the interventions they may need to, allow such, situations to be addressed.
Let me attempt to answer.
Yes.
Sometimes I get very persuasive to my brother, and I'm sure I will in this case. I want to assuage his concerns. A road, just like a human being or any other thing, should be known by name. A code gives it a name, something peculiar that when you refer to, you can only refer to something which is definite. That is one. Number two, in the subsequent amendments, I am sure he has seen the committee report. The committee report will be classifying those roads. So once the roads have been classified, and once we now know that this is a county road, or this is a national road, or whatever else it is, the examples that he was citing will be categorized in those specific issues, in those specific areas. And then, in the report, there is also another amendment that the chair will move, which says that the cabinet secretary will apply the funds equitably with a criteria, so that if there is a road emergency, the cabinet secretary should apply the funds which are under his disposal to those specific categories of road on emergency basis. So I think that his fears, though legitimate, but I think they are well explained. Thank you.
Bowen?